1, scene 7, take 7.
So Still was just this an idea of, I mean, I grew up watching, horror films, a lot of Wes Craven. He's probably one of my favorite horror directors coming up. I knew I wanted to dabble into horror, but I didn't know what story. The whole demonic possession, at the time didn't catch me. I always loved the slasher, the intruder, strangers in the house type thing. So going into this, I knew that was the idea that I wanted to go with. But then sleep paralysis kind of came in after I just started doing some research. I talked to a couple people that had it, that suffered from it, and just mixing the two of not waking up and not being able to move, and there's somebody in your house, that's more terrifying than, I think of like a ghost or a demon. That phone rings.
Hey, Mom. Oh. I don't know. The doctor didn't really tell me much. He just coughed up some shit you'd find on WebMD and said the best way to overcome sleep paralysis was to relax.
So we got Alyssa, at the time, Caswell, now Toplunski? I don't even know how to spell her how to say her last name. Top of edit it. So I worked with Alyssa on Scapegoat. She had a small role, but actually it was actually a big role within Scapegoat, but just a small little screen time. And she was fantastic. So when it came to this, she was kind of like the first person I thought of for it. And then Patrick, who I've worked with him now in Scapegoat and this, and then he was also a producer on Ever After, the short that we did before this. Yeah, so we when we were putting this together, those two names just kind of stuck out to me. And then Patrick actually helped produce Still. This is his second producing credit as well. What I love about him in Still is the fact that his range in acting just shows up tremendously. He definitely plays this role extremely well, and it's almost haunting actually. His laugh, especially in this, is creepy as shit. Downstairs, there's those in the crate. There's a bunch of like big clamps, nipple pinchers. Grab me a couple of those. So we have Shane Shansky also, who's producing as well too. He's been on there ever since. We worked with him back in the day for a short film we did called 3 a.m. I've known him for a decade or so now, and so he came on. He helped produce. Where we shot Still was actually his parents' house. So he got us in there, and that place was it was beautiful. Like, we had to shoot a film there. It was the typical, I felt like, horror type setting for this, and it was beautiful. It has French doors and everything that we were able to shoot through, and just did a lot of cool shots with it.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Hell no.
I have.
Yeah.
I get it all the time.
Is it? How?
You just can't move.
Yeah, but your eyes are open. Crew rise for this, we had Justin Lundy, who was camera operator. He did some DP work on us on Still as well. Helped me out with that. We had Keith Daniels did audio for us. We had Eric did a bunch of additional camera work. He's shooting all the behind the scenes as well too. Then we had Dominic. He came out to do some grip work with us as well too on the 2 days.